Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM. TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education. TLE. Learning Area, Automotive Servicing, Beauty Care, Electronics Product Assembly and Servicing, Cookery, Electrical Installation and Maintenance, Dressmaking, Computer System Servicing, mga leksyong pangkabuhayan, edukasyong teknolohikal, mapapakinggan dito lang yan sa 106.3 Dance Radio. TLE. Learn and Earn.
Is the sauce. Sauces serve a particular function in the composition of a dish. This enhances the taste of the food to be served. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sapang TLE. We are now on week 2 for quarter 3, shift 2. We would like to greet our Fatherly Chief Education Supervisor, Officer in Charge, Sir Rodrigo B. Pascua. Good morning po, sir. To all our learners, listeners over the radio, to our viewers. At ang aking mga kasama ngayon, ang mga naggagandahang TLE teachers na sina Ma'am Dandit, Ma'am Lee, at Ma'am Marilyn.
Yes, so all the department heads of all the different learning areas, most especially to our energetic head teacher, Sir Jeff. Good morning. Shout out to my students sa 7 Aguinaldo, 7 Bonifacio, 8 Beach, Virgin D, Sayan, 9 Dressmaking, and of course to my advisory class, 9 Makopa. Hello!
Yes, good morning also sa ating mga teachers dito syempre sa Santa Rita Campus at ganoon din po sa ating San Juan Campus. Good morning po sa ating mga kasamahan dyan sa San Juan. Siyempre, lalong-lalo na rin sa ating mga future entrepreneurs and chefs ng 10 Molave, 10 Tindalo, Mahogany, and Talisay. Ganon din po sa aking mga Cookery 9 students or learners na 9 Makopa, 9
Molave ay...
sige, sa lahat niyo mga Cookery 9 learners ko po.
Okay, so we would like also to say hello to the supportive parents and guardians of our students. And to all our listeners and viewers, we hope you are all doing fine today. And of course, shout out ko din ang aking mga Cookery 10. Ang Almasiga, Camagong, Lawan, Tanggile, and Diakal. And of course, good morning din sa 7 Del Pilar, Jacinto, and Lapu-Lapu, and of course yung 8 Crimson ko din, and ang aking advisory class na 10 Tanggile. Good morning!
Yes, so Ma'am Maylin, I think our learners are wondering what are the objectives for today's lesson.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Marilyn. Pero bago ang lahat, kailangan ko ding i-shout out ang aking mga students sa 7 na Mabini, 7 La Luna, 8 Aquamarine, 8 Ivory, ang aking Cookery 10, mga anak, araw natin ito, Acacia, Banaba, Jimelina, and Nara. And of course, Ma'am Marilyn, Ma'am Dandit, and Ma'am Lee, gusto ko rin i-shout out ang aking anak ngayon na makikipagpaligsahan ngayong araw na ito at sa lahat ng mga kasama niya. God bless you all, anak, Lyra. Okay? So as we go through the discussion, the students are expected to A. Define sauce, identify the basic sauces for meat, vegetables, and fish, and give the importance of preparing sauce properly.
Yes, so to our grade 10 learners, especially sa cookery natin, I know that you are now ready and excited. Make sure that you are in a comfortable place and prepare all the needed materials, just like your pen, your paper, and your learning activity sheets or yung tinatawag nating last titled sauces. So here are some rules to follow while listening and watching our live discussions later. First, respect and listen to the teacher. So kami yon, nandito ngayon. Second, follow the teacher's directions. So kung ano yung bibigyan namin directions sa mga, especially sa mga Q&A natin. Third, share your ideas and respect the ideas of others. Very, naman yan, kailangan natin respect ang bawat isa. Especially sa mga decisions or ideas. Fourth, participate actively in the discussion and activities. Okay?
Okay, that's right, Ma'am Marilyn. I believe that everybody's excited na sa ating topic na sauces. Okay? Lalong-lalo na siguro, siyempre, yung ating mga listeners sa ating Dance Radio 106.3 FM, sa ating mga viewers, sa ating FB page and YouTube channel.
Okay, tama ka dyan, Ma'am Lee. And to our dear learners, listeners, and viewers, you may participate later on to our question and answer portion. Our mechanics in answering the questions, use the hashtag Usapang TLE together with your grade and section, the item number, and your answer in the comment box. Or you can send your answer to 0975-1992-630. But we still need to listen first to our RBI lesson titled Sauces. Stay tuned.
Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
TLE,
Technology and Livelihood Education.
TLE Learning Area,
TLE Learning Area.
Automotive Servicing,
Beauty Care.
Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing,
Cookery.
Electrical Installation and Maintenance,
Dressmaking.
Computer System Servicing,
Mga leksyong pangkabuhayan. Edukasyong teknolohikal.
matutunghayan dito sa
106.3 Dance Radio.
TLE Learning Area.
Technology and Livelihood Education.
Learn and earn.
Hello there everyone, especially to the grade 10 learners specializing in cookery and to all who are tuned in. According to Brian Herbert, the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. So, if you don't have the willingness to learn and gain new things, the gift you receive as the capacity to learn more will be useless. As well as the opportunity to utilize your skill in learning. So, it's up to you to choose.
Alright.
Willing to learn or not. An innate ability plus skills plus willingness to choose is equal to knowledge of learning. You are now listening to our school's radio station 106.3 DWDR-FM Dance Radio. Let's end our day with an interesting lesson in Cookery 10 Quarter 3. And we are already in our second week. I am your host and your technical specialist, Teacher Michael John M. Tumula.
Wow!
Together with our very own script writer, Teacher Marilyn A. Acacio. Before we start, be sure that you are in a most comfortable place and free from any distraction while listening. For our lesson today, bring with you your learning activity sheets titled Prepare Stocks, Sauces, and Soups, preferably sauces.
So good and tasty.
Prepare also a clean sheet of paper and a pen. Here is your amazing radio teacher for today, Teacher Monica G. Limpin.
Hello, my dear grade 10 cookery learners. How are you feeling today?
We're fine, ma'am.
It's good to hear that you're all fine. Before we start, let's have a short review of our lesson last time. What was it all about?
Ma'am, our previous lesson was about principles of preparing stocks.
Very good! What have you learned from the principles of preparing stocks?
Ma'am, in our previous lesson, we learned that stocks are clear, thin liquids flavored by soluble substances extracted from the bones of meat, poultry, and fish, added with vegetables and seasonings, whereas soups are based on stocks combined with other ingredients for variety of flavor, consistency, appearance, and aroma.
Precisely! Stocks are extracted by simmering until the best stocks are extracted. I believe the longer you simmer, the better and tastier the result. Whereas, soup is more flavorful than stock because it is the base and it is extracted from it.
Yummy.
What else have you learned?
Ma'am, aside from that, we also learned the classifications of stocks, such as chicken, white, brown, and fish for stocks, while in soups, we have clear, thick, and other types, ma'am. Ma'am, we also learned the different ingredients, guidelines, and principles in making soup.
Wow! You have a great memory. I hope others do too. So from that lesson, have you tried to cook stock or soup for your family since that it is your performance output on Activity 2 on your learning activity sheets?
Yes, ma'am. We prepared the stock and after that, we also prepared soup from the stock. And they were so happy with our output.
Wow! I am so happy with your achievements, my dear learners. I think you are now ready for our next lesson. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. We are ready and excited to learn a new lesson.
As we go further, you are expected to 1. Define sauce. 2. Identify the basic sauces for meat, vegetables, and fish. 3. Explain the basic techniques in making sauces. And 4. Value the importance of preparing sauce properly. Now, before we start, I know that you are fond of hanging out and eating at different food chains. What food do you order the most?
Ma'am, spaghetti!
Amazing! You really like spaghetti. Can you tell me why?
Because it is sweet and delicious, ma'am.
That's correct! What makes spaghetti so special?
Ma'am, I think it is because of the sauce. Because I enjoy eating pasta such as carbonara. Because of its thick, delicious, and yummy sauce.
So good and tasty.
Yes, you are right. You have a great choice and taste. Do you want to add more?
Ma'am, Chicken Joy is also one of the best sellers.
and the gravy is delicious.
Wow!
Fantastic! You are very familiar with their best sellers. Okay, do you now have an idea of what our topic is about?
Ma'am, since our last meeting's topic was stocks and soups, I believe we will have sauces for today's lesson. Am I right, ma'am?
You got it correct! Our topic for today is about sauces. Do you have any idea about sauce?
Ma'am, sauce is a liquid dressing or topping.
Great! Sauce is a flavorful liquid, usually thickened, that is used to season, flavor, and enhance other foods. Do you understand, class?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good to hear. Do you now understand why pastas and other recipes have sauce?
Yes, ma'am. It enhances the flavor and appeal of the pasta, ma'am.
Well said! Sauce is made because it adds moistness, enhances appearance and appeal, complements flavor, and defines richness for the overall taste and texture of the food. Do you know the different basic sauces for meat, vegetables, and fish, class?
Ma'am, one of them is the white sauce because its main ingredient is milk.
Amazing answer! It is called white because of the milk ingredient, which is thickened with flour and enriched with butter. Any more, class?
Velouté sauce, ma'am.
Wow, that's great! This kind of sauce is made of veal or flesh of young cow, chicken and fish broth, thickened with blonde Roux. What else?
Hollandaise, ma'am. It is made out of emulsified sauce.
That's right! It is made from emulsified sauce from butter, egg yolks, lemon juice, and cayenne.
Wow!
Take note, class, that those ingredients are not usually easily combined, so it must be done in a blender to blend in the process of emulsification to produce Hollandaise sauce. Do you want to add more?
We also have brown sauce, ma'am, or espagnole.
Yes! Do you know that espagnole is a French word for Spanish?
Wow!
But the sauce's origin story is argued by French cooks. It was named in honor of its creator. This is made of brown Roux-based sauce with margarine or butter, flavor, and brown stock.
Wow! Sounds so yummy! Ma'am, how about tomato sauce?
Oh yes! That's the last sauce you should know. But first, why do you think it is called tomato sauce?
Ma'am, I think it is called tomato sauce because its main ingredient is tomato. Am I right, ma'am?
Excellent! It was named after its main ingredients, tomato, and it is made from stock or ham or pork, with tomato products seasoned with spices and herbs. Did you get it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will learn more about sauces after this short break.
Facts about COVID-19. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a disease caused by a new strain of coronavirus. What are symptoms of COVID-19? Symptoms can include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, infection can cause pneumonia or breathing difficulties. How can we prevent COVID-19? To prevent the spread of COVID-19, clean your hand often. Maintain a safe distance. Wear masks when physical distancing is not possible. Don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home when you feel unwell, and if you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention. This health advisory is brought to you by World Health Organization, Doña Aurora National High School, and this station.
Hello, I'm back. Let's continue our discussion. We now proceed to the variations of sauces, which are the hot and cold. What is the difference between the two sauces?
Ma'am, hot sauce is made just before it is to be used, while cold is cooked ahead of time, cooled, covered, and placed in the refrigerator to chill, then used.
Very well said. A hot sauce is used just after making it, while a cold sauce is made prior or before using it. Aside from that, hot sauce frequently infuses the hotness of various peppers, usually with vinegar and other flavors, whereas cold sauce includes a variety of preparations ranging from basic oil and vinegar combinations to relishes, salsas, and pestos. Is it clear to you now?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Let's also discuss the different thickening agents used in sauce making. Take note that thickening agents are used to thicken up to the right consistency of the sauce. Do you have any idea regarding this?
Yes, ma'am. Thickening agents in sauce making are the following. 1. Starches, 2. Starch granules, and 3. Roux.
Amazing! You got it all correct!
Alright!
The first thickening agent is starch, which is flour as the principal starch used. Other products such as cornstarch, arrowroot, waxy maize, pre-gelatinized starch, breadcrumbs, potato starch, and rice flour are also used. The second is starch granules, which are separated in two ways: by mixing starch with fat like roux and by mixing starch with a cold liquid like slurry. While the third is roux, which is cooked mixture of equal parts fat and flour by weight. Because roux is a combination of fat and flour, we can use the following fats. Clarified butter, which produces the best results. Margarine, as a cheaper substitute for butter. Animal fat, such as chicken fat, beef drippings, and lard. And vegetable oil and shortening. While flour has a thickening power but depends on its starch content. Bread flour is commonly used in commercial cooking, and it is sometimes browned to use brown roux. The thickening power of heavy flour is only 1/3 that of brown flour. Did you get it, class?
Yes, ma'am. But what is all about roux, ma'am?
A roux is a thickening agent in a soup or sauce. It can be cooked so that the sauce does not have the raw, starchy taste of flour. We have different kinds of roux and can differ on how they are cooked. Like white roux is cooked just enough to cook the raw taste of flour. Blonde roux is cooked a little longer to a slightly darker color. And brown roux is cooked to a light brown color and a nutty aroma. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the information and clarifications about roux.
And to make roux, we have 3 procedures to follow. First, melt the fat. Second, add the correct amount of flour and stir until the fat and flour are thoroughly mixed. And lastly, cook to the desired degree of white, blonde, or brown roux. Did you get, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Since you've already been enlightened, We may continue our discussion after you've learned about the basic sauces, variations, thickening agents, and their types. Do you think there are still problems that may arise in making sauces?
Yes, ma'am.
There are still common problems that may arise because sauces are sensitive in terms of cooking. Some problems are discarding, oil streaking, oiling off, poor texture, and synersis, or whipping or separation of liquid from a gel. Have you encountered any of them?
Yes, ma'am. I usually have oil streaking or separation of oil from sauce. Perhaps because I put and added more fat to the mixture.
Okay, that may be the cause. There's excess fats in the mixture, so see to it that if you are making sauce, do not put extra fat or starch so that there will be no problem in our sauce. Too much can cause a lot, even in a pinch. As part of that, please open your learning activity sheets to page 2 and look at the table on how to prepare sauces. That table will help you in preparing white sauce. You will learn more after this short reminder.
Do you encounter problems in accomplishing the different activities in your modules or learning activity sheets?
Worry no more because your teachers are always ready to guide and assist you. You can send your questions or clarifications in 2 easy ways. 1. Call or text, and 2. Private message. So easy, right? Remember, at Doña Aurora National High School, we make amazing things possible.
This reminder is brought to you by Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
I'm back! We're still in the process of making white sauce. Can you read and understand what's on the table?
Ma'am, the table is about the different ways to make white sauce, the ratio of butter to flour and its liquid, and how it varies depending on the purpose.
Yes, very good. So will you give one mixture?
If we prepare a light sauce, ma'am, we have to use 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of flour, and 1 cup liquid, milk, stock, or cream, or 1 tablespoon is to 1 tablespoon is to 1 cup ratio, ma'am.
Thank you for that, my dear. That's a nice description. So, that is the basic mixture. What else?
Ma'am, another mixture is the general sauce with 1 1/2 tablespoons of butter and 1 1/2 tablespoon in every cup of liquid, or 1.5 tablespoon is to 1.5 tablespoon is to 1 cup ratio, ma'am.
Another mixture is for thick sauce, ma'am, with 5 teaspoon butter, 2 tablespoon flour in every cup of liquid, or 5 teaspoon is to 2 tablespoon is to 1 cup ratio, ma'am.
Finally, in a souffle mixture, we will use 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour for every cup of liquid, or a 2 tablespoons is to 2 tablespoons is to 1 cup ratio, ma'am.
Wow! You are really learning! Just keep in mind those ratios in preparing sauces, especially white sauce, so that there will be no problem. Now, what are the hygienic principles and practices in making sauce to avoid food contamination and spoilage, other than your usual routines?
Ma'am, one way is to ensure that all equipment is completely clean before using it.
Hold sauce no longer than 1.5 hours.
Make only enough to serve on time and discard any leftovers, ma'am.
Ma'am, another way also is never mix an old batch of sauce with a new batch, ma'am.
And also, never store Hollandaise, Béarnaise, or any other acidic product in aluminum containers. Instead, use stainless steel containers.
Absolutely correct! Take note, class, that because we are dealing with foods, the 4 hygienic principles and practices must be followed not only when making sauces, but also whenever we prepare foods. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am, because health is wealth, especially in our situation now.
Very well said, my dear learners. Since we're talking about principles and practices, let's continue with the basic finishing techniques in sauce making. Do you have any idea about it?
Ma'am, we have 5 techniques and these are: first, reduction; second, straining; third, deglazing; fourth, enriching with butter and cream; and fifth, seasoning, ma'am.
Excellent! So, if you want to have a delicious sauce, don't forget the 5 techniques and they will help you a lot, especially if you're going to do your output for this lesson and for your family too. Is it clear, class?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Nice! We're almost done. Let's now learn how to store properly the sauces, stocks, and soups after we've prepared and cooked them. Do you have any idea?
After preparing or cooking, ma'am, we need to put and store them in clean container, ma'am.
You are right! Aside from that, once a stock or sauce is made, it can be stored in a refrigerator. But be sure it is cooled down before putting it inside to avoid damage. You can store it in the fridge for up to 5 days, but it is better to consume it within 2 days only if it is properly covered. But for those who don't have a refrigerator, just consume it right away the day you made it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can we store starches in the refrigerator too?
Storing starches differs from storing sauces, stocks, or soups because starches are dry and must be stored in a clean, airtight container away from moisture, oxygen, lights, and pests. Whereas the 3 that are liquid are stored in a cool, dry place away from moisture, lights, oxygen, and pests. It is preferable to store them in a refrigerator rather than at room temperature. Did you get it, class?
Yes, ma'am, we got it.
Very good! So if you need them, you can bring them out of the fridge and they will not be the same as before. The best way is to let them warm again. And if you need them to be reconstituted, simply add water or other liquid products like evaporated milk, coconut milk, or fruit juices, and you will have delicious stock, soup, or sauce again.
Mmm, so good and tasty.
If you need more explanations, you can read your learning activity sheets, pages 2 and 3, or ask your TLE teacher for clarifications. I think you are now ready to have our activities. We will be doing your first activity on page 3, titled Sauce to Do It. Be ready! Will you read the directions now?
Sauce to do it! Perform the suggested activity below. For those who cannot submit their outputs online, first, list the ingredients and procedures. Second, write your recipe on a clean sheet of paper with the result of the evaluation. Third, write a narrative report about your activity, Then, submit it during the retrieval of outputs, ma'am.
For those who can submit online, record a video or take pictures of your outputs, then send to your teacher online. Invite your loved ones and ask them to evaluate your soup or sauce. Use the rating scale given for each category.
Did you understand the directions, class?
Yes, ma'am!
That's great! Take note, always wear your complete cooking outfit and observe proper health protocols. Are you ready to do the bechamel sauce or white sauce?
Yes, ma'am!
Good! What are the ingredients needed?
1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon flour, 1 cup milk, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/3 teaspoon ground black pepper, 1/3 teaspoon of nutmeg powder, or it is optional, ma'am.
Well said! Take note of the accuracy of your measurement, class. This might affect your soup. As I've told you before, remember those ratios for each sauce. How about its procedure?
First, heat the butter in a heavy saucepan in very low heat. Add the flour and make a white roux. Cool the roux slightly, ma'am.
Second, in other saucepan, scald the milk. Gradually add to the roux, beating constantly, ma'am.
Third, bring the sauce to a boil, ma'am, while stirring constantly, and reduce the heat for simmer, ma'am.
Fourth, stick the bay leaf and onions and add to the sauce, ma'am. Simmer for at least 15 to 13 minutes or more. You must stir occasionally while cooking.
Fifth, adjust the consistency with more hot milk if necessary. And sixth, season lightly with salt, nutmeg, and pepper. Spice flavor should not dominate.
Can you now easily follow the procedures on your own?
Yes, ma'am!
That's great! But if this is not clear to you, you can also access the internet to view videos found in our references as your guide. You can also ask for help from your mother or elders at home. You can do that just after our broadcast, my dear learners, because this needs more time. Let's proceed to activity 2, titled Hi Sauce! Directions. Read the following statements and choose the letter that best describes the answer. Answer on a separate sheet of paper. Let's answer number 1. Which of the following sauces has a basic ingredient of milk thickened with flour and enriched with butter? A. Hollandaise sauce. B. Savory butter. C. Velouté sauce. D. White sauce. What do you think is the correct answer?
Ma'am, the answer is letter D, white sauce.
Very good! It is the white sauce. How about number 2? Which of the following sauces has 3 basic ingredients like butter, egg yolk, and lemon juice? A. Hollandaise sauce. B. Savory butter. C. White sauce. Or D. Velouté sauce. What is your answer?
The answer for number 2, ma'am, is letter A, Hollandaise sauce.
Wow! Amazing! It is Hollandaise sauce. So class, please continue answering numbers 3 to 5 after the broadcast. For your reflection on page 5 of your learning activity sheets, please read, analyze, and answer the following questions. What is your favorite sauce aside from the sauces you have studied? Is it more affordable and easy to prepare your sauce? Why? Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. You may also continue answering this after the broadcast. Let's now sum up our lesson for today. What are the basic sauces used for meat, vegetables, and fish?
The 5 basic sauces used for meat, vegetables, and fish are white sauce, velouté sauce, Hollandaise sauce, the brown sauce, or Espanol, and tomato sauce, ma'am.
Perfect! How about the different thickening agents? And why do we need these agents for our sauce?
Ma'am, the different thickening agents are starches, starch granules, and roux, and the purpose of using these agents is to thicken the sauce to the desired consistency.
You got it right! What is the importance of hygienic principles and practices in making sauces, soups, and stocks?
Ma'am, it is so important to remember the hygienic principles and practices when making sauces, soups, and stocks to avoid food contamination and food poisoning, especially since these are foods to be consumed and in order to keep us safe, and this should be done in all food preparations, ma'am.
Excellent! I am now fully convinced that you have learned a lot. Wow! We just finished another lesson for today. I hope that you can apply in real life all the learnings you gained today. If you have any question related to the topic discussed, feel free to message your teacher in Cookery 10. Once again, I'm your radio teacher, Teacher Monica G. Limpin, leaving you a quotable quote: never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Goodbye!
Congratulations for finishing the task given to you for today. Let's have some more fun lessons about preparing poultry and game dishes in the coming week. On behalf of the production team, we would like to acknowledge our very own script writer, Teacher Marilyn A. Acacio. Our learning activity sheets writer, Teacher Mylene C. Mercado.
Wow!
Our language editors, Teacher Jane Arlene S. Tapawan and Teacher Leslie Ann S. Ramos. Our content editor, Teacher Jefferson F. Aguinaldo, the Head Teacher 3 of TLE Learning Area. And of course, with the technical specialist, yours truly. I am your radio host, Teacher Michael John M. Tumulak. Till next time, goodbye!
TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education.
TLE Learning Area.
TLE Learning Area.
Automotive Servicing.
Beauty care.
Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing.
Cookery.
Electrical Installation and Maintenance.
Dressmaking.
Computer System Servicing.
Mga leksyong pangkabuhayan. Edukasyong teknolohikal.
Matutunghayan dito sa
106.3 Dance Radio.
TLE Learning Area.
Technology and Livelihood Education.
Learn and earn.
Dance Radio, siniharalan sa radyo, hatid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad, Dance Radio.
just finished listening to the grade 10 RBI titled Sauces. We hope you've learned a lot. And if there are things that bother you about our topic, huwag mag-alala because we will answer and solve all your questions and worries in our live discussion. So please join us till the very end. But before we proceed to our main topic, in behalf of the TLE learning area, we would like to thank the persons behind our RBI, our scriptwriter, Ma'am Marilyn Nacasio, our content editor, Sir Jefferson F. Aguinaldo, our language editors, Ma'am Jane Arlene Estapawan and Ma'am Lesian Ramos, our radio teacher, Ma'am Monica Limpin, our radio host, and radio technician, Sir Michael John M. Tumulak. And to all our assurance team, thank you so much.
Okay, so our dear learners listening and participating in our live discussion here at Usapang TLE will enhance your knowledge, especially to our lesson for today. Let's refresh your mind about our previous lesson titled Stocks with the following questions. But don't forget to use the hashtag Usapang TLE, your grade and section, and the item number and your answer. Ma'am Mylene?
Yes, ma'am. Our objectives for today's lesson: A. Define sauce. Identify the basic sauces for meat, vegetables, and fish, and give the importance of preparing sauce properly. Okay, Ma'am Marilyn, let us review. Meron tayong puzzle dyan na ni-ready para sa ating mga bata. And please, mga anak, do not forget our mechanics sa pagsasagot ng ating question ngayon. Okay? So dito, makikita natin meron tayong puzzle. Ma'am, bakit may answer na? Yes, may answer na itong mga iba anak. And this is all about stocks and the ingredients of stocks. Okay? So meron tayong across, meron din tayong down sa ating puzzle. Pero, ang a-answeran lang natin ito is number 4 na down, number 7 down, and number 8 down. Okay? So, makikita natin dito sa number 4, meron tayong pababa, meron tayong clue. Yung clue niya is letter M sa unang word. One word lang ito, mga anak, ano? And sa last niya ay letter X. And meron tayong 8 boxes pababa. Okay, dito naman sa number 7, meron na tayong clue dito, letter S, ang unang word, ang unang letter sa ating word. One word lang ito, mga anak. And of course, sa last word, sa last letter ay letter S ulit. And meron tayong 2, 4, 6 boxes pababa. And dito sa number 8, yan, alam natin ito, mga anak, ano? Ito yung isa sa mga ingredients sa paggawa ng stock. Okay, meron tayong 2, 4, 5 boxes pababa. And our clue sa ating word na ito, it begins with letter B. Okay, sa ating mechanics, Ma'am Nandit, pakiulit.
Okay, so huwag kakalimutan ang hashtag Usapang TLE, your grade and section, and the item number and your answer. So ang item number natin ay 4, 7, tsaka 8. Okay, so pwede na kayong sumagot, mga anak.
Minsanan ba yan, ma'am, o isa-isa talaga?
Minsanan na lang yan, Ma'am Marilyn.
Oh, okay, so minsanang kasagutan, minsanang send. But you have to numbers your answers, number 4, number 7, and number 8. Okay, so tatlong sagot sa isang send. Okay? Oh, sino unang makakaunang mag-send ng kanilang mga kasagutan? Okay, marami tayong mga nakikita dito, pero siguro mahinahanda pa nila yung kanilang screen.
Okay, basahin ko lang, Ma'am Marilyn, ang ating tanong dito sa ating number 4. It's all about...
Ako na lang, ma'am.
Okay,
so for number 4, combinations of onions, carrots, and celery. So that is number 4. So ang kanyang clue ay the first letter is M and the last letter is X. Huwag mo nang hanapin si X. And for number 7 question, we have, it is a thin liquid flavored by soluble substances. So 6-letter word. 6 ba, ma'am? Starts and ends with letter S. So for number 8, it is the body of stocks. So ang clue natin ay letter B. Okay.
Bubuon lang nila yan.
Bubuin nyo lang yan, no? Okay. So ano ang sagot sa number 4? Indicate nyo kung number 4, number 7, and number 8, and then send us your comments. Okay, meron nakikita dito. Tama?
Sino ma'am sa'yo?
Si Althea.
Pareho tayo, ma'am.
Okay, ano mo na yung kasagutan
Okay,
mo,
so
ma'am? Nakikita mo, ma'am?
Okay, so ang mga sagot ni Althea ng 10 Acacia, hashtag usapang TLE, number 4, Mirpua, number 7 is stocks, and number 8 is bones. Tama ba?
Tama ba, Ma'am Maylin?
Yes, congratulations, Althea. Yan.
Okay, so congratulations, Althea. Meron ding mga sumunod din na sumagot, ma'am. Si Ann Jasmine de la Peña, parehas sila ng sagot ni Althea May.
Okay, anong meron na lang, Ma'am Dandit, lahat ng mga nakapagsagot, i-screenshot na lang nila, isend nila sa kanilang subject teacher para maragdagan sila ng premyo o kaya ng
additional point.
Yes, tama ka dyan, Ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So, thank you very much mga anak sa talagang na-remember pa natin ang ating week number 1, which is all about stocks and its ingredients. Okay, Ma'am Marilyn, may pasabog pa ba tayo, Ma'am Marilyn?
Tingnan ko nga kung sasabog. Naku, mahirap kung sumabog dito. Ayan, nandyan pala yung mga kasagutan eh. Ayan. Hay! Ano ba yan? Parang ulam ko yan kahapon.
Wow, parang nagutom ako.
Okay, makikita natin may mga reactions diyan. Meron tayong nakikitang happy. Meron ding sad. Nako, meron bang ingredient?
Meron.
Meron, ma'am.
Meron. Parang ako lang minsan.
Grabe, angry talaga.
Meron bang satisfied diyan, mga ma'am? Meron. Okay, so mga anak, nakikita natin itong tilapia na pritong ito. Ngayon, sa ating next na activity, magbigay nga kayo ng, mag-suggest kayo mga anak ng pwedeng kapartner ng ating pritong tilapia ngayong araw na ito. Ang sarap na ito, Ma'am Dandit, Ma'am Lee at
Ma'am Maylin, dapat may baon ka na
Based na yan sa inyong mga pag kumain kayo. Ibasa nyo na lang yun sa mga pinagsasawsawan ninyo. Wag na kayo mag-imagine kung ano yung
ginagamit nilang sausawan pag nag-uulam sila ng ganyan.
Okay, yes, kung ano yung nag-uulam sila ng ganyan, based na lang sa gustong-gusto nilang sausawan.
Yes.
Mag-suggest kayo mga anak. And kapag nakapag-suggest kayo, pili kayo sa mga emoji, ang tawag ba dyan, Ma'am Marilyn? Magpili kayo sa mga emoji na yan. Kung kayo ba ay happy sa sausawan na kapartner ng tilapia, kayo ba ay satisfied, angry ba kayo doon sa sinabi ninyong tilapia o kaya sad ba kayo? Okay, mga anak, okay. Mechanics, Ma'am Lee?
Hashtag usapang TLE. Then yung name, section, and your TLE teacher.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Lee. Yan, tignan nga natin. Ikaw, Ma'am Danggit, ano ang paborito mong sausawan na pwede dyan sa pritong tilapia?
Ang pinaka-paborito kong partner ng pritong tilapia ay siyempre fresh na nahiwang kamatis na may konting sibuyas na puti at bagoong. Wow, sarap.
Wow, sarap. How about si Ma'am Lee?
Siyempre, ma'am, ako naman, ma'am, depende sa katambal niyang ulam din na, halimbawa, ang katambal niya ay may pritong talong.
Yeah.
Wow!
Wow, ang sarap. Piniritong talong ay toyo mansi ako. Pero kung nilagang talong, ang gusto ko naman ay yung ginisang bagoong na may vinegar, konting vinegar siya. Ganon. Tapos maraming bawang. Ang sarap nun.
Okay.
Wow,
So siguro
nagutom
ang
ako
emoji
talaga.
ni Ma'am Lee pag ganon ay satisfied.
Satisfied.
No, satisfied. Ikaw kaya, Ma'am Marilyn?
Ay sa akin naman, ma'am, depende yon sa kung ano yung availability ng kusina namin. Kasi meron na kaming mga ready na pwedeng nabibili na ngayon na pwedeng pagsawsawan. Naka-ready na yun eh. Pero minsan sa amin kasing lalo na yung mga anak ko, pag ganyan mga pritong isda, usually, pag meron kaming kamatis na available, ma'am, ginigisa namin yun, ma'am, niluluto mo. Pero hindi namin nilalagyan ng itlog kasi sarsyado na pag no. Yun na lang yun, yung basta ginisa lang namin yung kamatis, of course, yun na yun yung sausawan niya. But, of course, parang yung sinabi ni Ma'am Lika na kung meron talaga namang, pag ganito kasing mga prito-prito, kailangan din may partner yan na gulay. It's either na fried din or nilaga or yung salad na sinasabi natin. So, syempre, iba din yung sausawan nung gulay. So, parang kay Ma'am Lee, pero the best pa rin sa gulay, yung kamatis na may, bagoong na may kalamansi.
Wow, ang sarap naman. Ano kaya ang pwede mong emoji doon, Ma'am Marilyn?
Kung sa akin, ma'am, syempre of course satisfied, pero wala naman akong satisfied na nakikita dyan. Alangan namang inspired ako. Pwede rin naman, pero pag sinabi mo yung ma'am, yung angry, pwede rin maging angry ako, ma'am, kasi yung pag may tinik. Yun. Nagiging angry ako, lalo pag natinikan ako, angry.
Okay, ano ba yung nandiyan pa? Okay, sa happy. Ako naman happy ako kapag meron akong sausawan na chili, soy, lime. Kailangan ko rin, gustong-gusto ko kasi yung may sili. Tadtarin mo yung sili, tapos ipitak mo di sili dyan ti soy, tapos iti kalamansi na, no, iti dalayap na. Wow! Happy na talaga ako. Yung emoji ko talaga happy ako dyan.
Okay. Meron ako nakita dito, ma'am.
Angry rin ako, Ma'am Marilyn, kung kulang yung aking ulam.
Lalo na pag kulang yung kanin mo, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Oo.
Meron kasi yung time na gano'n, nagtuturo. Bakit kasi kukunting niluto mong kanin?
kanin. Okay,
meron ako nakita dito, ma'am. Pero, di ba sabi natin merong emoji?
Maglalagay ng emoji, mga anak.
Okay, pwede pa niyong ihabol. Pwede mo pang ihabol. Lagyan mo ng emoji kung ano yung emoji na i-ano mo doon, nak.
Pili lang siya dyan, ma'am.
Oo.
Pili lang ng isa.
Di ba, ko pa lang yung sumasagot, pero dagdagan mo ng emoji.
Si John Marco yon. Pero walang emoji. John Mar, ihabol mo, anak. Are you satisfied?
Pwede kayong humabol.
Happy? Or sad?
Parang
or
walang
angry?
mahilig yata ng piniritong tilapia, ma'am, sa kanila. Parang meron ba?
Pero kapag kunyan, ma'am, fried chicken, wow, ang sarap.
Ano ba naman sausawan mo nun, ma'am?
Fried chicken, ako, kalamansi at saka bagoong.
Iba din.
Yun naman ang sausawan ko, di ba?
Iba din.
May bagoong talaga.
Kakaiba talaga.
Kaya di ba, mama, kanya-kanya tayo ng taste sa sausawan. Kapag fried, pero yung mga anak ko, gustong-gusto nila yung yung ketchup na sausawan ng fried.
O kaya gravy.
Okay, so may nakita na ako. Si Ann Jasmine de la Peña, 10 Kamagong. Ay, walang hashtag usapang TLE, anak.
Kulang.
Bakit ganon? Habol. Si Janmar, walang yan?
Siguro
Walang
habang
emoji?
hinihintay na lang natin, ma'am, ituloy na natin ang ating
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Sige, antayin namin yung mga sagot niyo, mga anak.
Hinihintay namin mga anak. Yung gustong-gusto lang ninyong sausawan ng ating pritong tilapia. Lalong-lalo ngayon, umaga, pang breakfast natin. Okay. In cooking, a sauce is a liquid, cream, or semi-solid food served on or used in preparing other foods. They add flavor, moisture, and visual appeal to a dish. Sauce is a French word taken from the Latin salsa, meaning salted. So, hinay-hinay pala mga anak sa ating paggagamit ng sauce kasi maalat ito. Then, it is possibly, the possibly oldest recorded European sauce is garum. This is the fish sauce used by the ancient Romans. Okay? Sauces are an essential element in cuisines all over the world. Sauces may be freshly prepared by the cook, especially in restaurants, but today, marami na tayong mga pre-made sauces. Ano? Ito yung tinatawag nating pwede siyang nakabote, pwede rin siyang naka-pack sa plastic bottle. Okay? Meron tayong Worcestershire sauce, HP sauce, at ang pinakasikat sa lahat, yun yung tinatawag nating soy sauce at saka ketchup. Pero kapag ginamitan natin ng sauce sa ating salad, pwede itong, ang tawag natin dito is salad dressing. Ma'am Marilyn?
Yes, bago ba ako ma'am? So, meron akong dito. Ayan, nakita ko talagang ganda ng kanyang emoji.
Wow!
Ayan, Ayan, si Hilary Dison Bayaka ng 10 Talisay. Ayan. So, ang kanya ay gravy with chili. Parang hot chili. Okay. So, siya yung nauna dito. Na may malaking emoji na siyempre happy yan. Okay, satisfied. Okay? So, lahat ng mga sumagot, of course, masarap lahat yung mga inihanda ninyong sausawan ng pritong tilapia na yan. Okay? So, actually, there are 5 basic sauces for meats. Parang, hi, Ma'am Malve, na there are 5 basic sauces for meats, vegetables, and fishes. Okay, ayan pala, nakalimutan kong slide, sorry ha. And these are what we call the mother sauces. Mamaya iano ni Mama Maylin kung bakit naging mother sauces yan. In the culinary arts, the term mother sauce refers to any one of 5 basic sauces, which are the starting point for making various secondary sauces or small sauces. They're called mother sauces because each one is like the head of its own unique family. So, nagsimula siya doon sa pinaka-taas. Doon siya na-derive yung mga iba't ibang klase ng sauces. Kaya may basic, ay may secondary, tsaka o kaya nung tinatawag nating small sauces. Okay? Saka tayo mga Pilipino, mahilig tayo niyan, no? First, we have the white sauce. This is a basic ingredient, and its basic ingredient is milk, which is thickened with flour and rich with butter. It is also known as cream sauce. Sino mahilig dyan sa cream sauce? At ang tawag dito ay bechamel sauce. Okay? The second is velouté sauce. Its chief ingredients are veal, chicken, and fish broth, thickened with bland roux. Okay? Another is we have the Hollandaise. It is a rich emulsified sauce made from butter, egg yolks, lemon juice, and cayenne. Fourth, we have the brown sauce, or what we call Espanol. It is a brown roux-based sauce made with margarine or butter, flavor, and brown stock. And fifth, we have the tomato sauce. It is made from stock. It's either ham or pork and tomato products seasoned with spices and herbs. Okay, ano Ma'am Maylin, what is the best sauce appropriate for the meats?
Okay, thank you Ma'am Marilyn. Pwedeng lahat ng mother sauces ay appropriate para sa meats natin. And mother sauces developed in the 19th century and invented by a chef. Tawag nito, ang pangalan niya is Marie Antoine Karim. Yan yung chef na nakadiscover ng ating mother sauces. Okay? Tinawag na mother sauces because each one is like the head of its own unique family. Okay? For example, dito tayo sa white sauce. In classical name of white sauce is tinatawag nating bechamel sauce. Siya. Then, meron siyang anak-anak. Ito yung tinatawag nating cream sauce natin. Okay? So, white sauce or bechamel, pwede siya sa pasta, yun yung tinatawag nating inilalagay sa ating pasta na o kaya carbonara. Sa ating mga Pinoy, carbonara yan. Yung white sauce nito, that is from the mother soap. Okay, pwede rin siya sa fish, poultry, vegetables, and gaya ng chop suey. Dito naman sa ating velouté sauce, nakita ko dito ang kanyang isang ingredient sa paggawa ng velouté sauce is the veal, chicken, and fish broth. Okay, tignan natin ano kaya itong veal, anong karne itong veal na ito. Okay, mga anak, ang karne ng veal ay karne ng amuyo da di urbon nga baka. Data ititawag ti karne na veal. Okay? So, a cow less than 1 year old, ang tawag sa karne niya ay veal. Mas masarap kasi ang karne ng young or calf or young cow natin. Okay? Pero kapag beef na, ang tawag natin sa karne ng baka, ang baka na ito ay over 1 year old. Okay? So, wow, yan na yung isang ingredient natin sa ating velouté sauce. Okay? Pwede itong magbigay tayo ng example dito. Pwede itong i-accompany dito sa ating mga manok, lalong-lalo na sa breast chicken natin. Masarap na masarap itong velouté sauce. And of course, pwede rin siya sa fish and some vegetables. Now, go na tayo sa ating Hollandaise sauce. Okay? Ito yung Hollandaise sauce, mga anak, kung minsan ito ay ginagamitan it is a emulsified sauce made from butter, egg yolks, lemon juice, and cayenne. Makikita natin dito walang roux. Walang roux. Okay? Ito lang ang kaisa-isang mother sauce natin na hindi nagamitan ng roux. Okay? So, Hollandaise sauce, pwede sa poached salmon, broccoli, asparagus, wow, sarap nun, and shellfish gaya ng crabs. Okay, dito naman tayo sa tinatawag nating brown sauce, roux-based siya, roux-based sauce siya, made with margarine or butter and flavor, margarine, butter, flavor, and brown stock. Okay, sa ating, ito yung tinatawag din nating dark brown sauce. And of course, ito, sa ating French cuisine, ino-offer nila ito with red meat. Itong tinatawag nating brown sauce or Espanyol. Pero sa ating mga Pilipino, pwede rin itong yung gravy or sausawan ng fishball natin o kaya kikiam and other kinds of
fried chicken.
Chicken balls, mga ganon. Ano pa yung mga isang kuhan na ginagamitan natin ito. Pero kung minsan, hindi natin nasusunod kasi ang talagang mga Pinoy kung minsan ay talagang mahilig talagang mag-experiment o kaya, mag-experiment ang mga yan o mag-create ng iba't ibang sausawan. Okay? O version ang tawag. Kaya kapag gumagawa sila ng sausawan, hindi na nila ito ginagawang roux, kundi naglulusaw na lang sila ng cornstarch o harina, pinagkakalo nila ito with tubig. Okay? Pero masarap naman yun, di ba, Ma'am Marilyn? Okay. So, we have also tomato sauce. Ang best example natin dyan ay siguro yung tinatawag nating spaghetti with the tomato sauce na ito. Not only spaghetti ang pwede sa tomato sauce, pwede rin siya sa meat, gaya ng puchero, menudo, ang sarap naman ng mga ito, kaldereta. Pwede rin siya sa fish, gaya ng sarsyado. And sa shrimps. Hindi gaano sa gulay kasi maasim, pero pwede siya. Pwede siyang ilagay. Pero, paalala rin, maglagay ka kapag ginamitan natin ng tomato sauce, alam natin na medyo maasim ang tomato, mauna munang ilagay ang gulay, then ilagay yung tomato sauce. Tapno saan nga lumatigang ako na. In Tagalog, hindi mabantilawan. Okay? Kaadihan unay medyo kasla nakulbit isunahan unay nga maluso. Okay? So, ayan ang ating mga mother sauces, mga anak.
Okay, so dito naman sa ating bansang Pilipinas, Filipino cuisine typically uses toyomansi or soy sauce with calamansi or lime, as well as different varieties of suka, patis, bagoong, and banana ketchup at iba pa. Sauces in Philippines cuisine include, one, syempre yung bagoong natin, it is made from fish and salt. Then we have also the banana ketchup, the sauce made from bananas. Number 3, latik, from molasses and brown sugar na may coconut milk. And then we have the chili soy lime, a mixture of soy sauce, chopped bird's eye chilies, chopped onions, and calamansi or lime juice, a traditional dipping sauce for grilled meats and seafood. We have also liver sauce, used primarily as a dipping sauce for lechon or whole roasted pig. And locally, yung kadalasang ginagamit din natin, suka na may sibuyas, paminta, asin at asukal na pinagsasawsawan natin ng barbecue, di ba? Or mga street foods. Ang sauce talaga ay nagbibigay ng moistness, appearance, flavor, appeal, and richness sa ating mga pagkain. A chef who specializes in making sauces is called a saucier, or commonly known as the sauce chef. Siya ang may highest respected role in the kitchen brigade system of stations. How about the variation of sauces, Ma'am Lee?
Okay, yes, ma'am. Ang sasarap naman ng mga sauces na binanggit mo, ma'am. Nakita ko lang yung latik. Ito yung from molasses and coconut. Ito yung para sa kanin natin. Ano?
Malapit na yan, ma'am. Tayo mag-ano ulit.
Binalay. Ako na.
Malapit na naman.
Mamsaleng, binalay. At saka, palitaw sa latik. Ganon, di ba? Ang sarap nun. So, sauce din pala ang tawag doon sa nilalagay doon. Okay, so, at saka itong mga bagoong, soy sauce, liver sauce, mga ganon. So, kailangan, mag-ingat din tayo sa paggamit ng mga sauces na ito dahil karamihan dito ay mga maaalat. Kaya nga, parang binabalance ito ng calamansi or vinegar na inilalagay natin, di ba? Ganon din sa latik, dapat mag-ingat din sa paggamit ng sugar, o alam nyo naman, yung mga matatamis, o nagkakos ng diabetes, o sa mga maaalat, syempre, o ingatan natin ang ating kalusugan, paalala lang, ano? Ang sarap magsawsaw doon sa mga ano na yon, pero ingatan natin, kailangan pakonti-konti lang din, yung katamtaman lang ang paggamit natin, di ba, Ma'am Dandit? Yes. Okay, so, eto yung mga variations of sauces, okay? Eto yung, meron tayong dalawa, the hot sauce and the cold sauces. Okay, so, syempre yung hot sauce ay ginagamit natin, ay niluluto natin just before serving, di ba? Ginilalagay natin just before serving. Pero kadalasan, di ba, may mga, napansin ko lang, may mga tao na ang gusto ay sa spaghetti halimbawa, di ba, yung spaghetti sauce. Gusto nila yung malamig yun, na kinakain nila yung spaghetti. So, ibig sabihin nun, ako naman gusto ko yung mainit na ilalagay mo yung sauce sa spaghetti. Di ba? Personally, ayun ang gusto ko. Kaya that means depende sa personal preference talaga yan. Okay? So, pero meron talaga yung mga ulam o pagkain na dapat kailangan mainit sila. Halimbawa, pag ginamitan mo sila ng very rich na sauce, maraming butter siya, o syempre kailangan mainit siya para hindi magsebo yung sauce niya, di ba? Kaya kailangan mainit siya. Meron din naman mga cold sauces na tinatawag, kailangan ay not necessarily mainit siyang isa-serve mo, kundi pwedeng katulad ng mga ano natin, yung mga sausawan natin, yung vinegar and yes, hindi naman kailangan mainit siya, di ba? O yung mga sauce ng Shanghai natin, mga ganon. O, hindi naman kailangan mainit siya. Pero sa akin, masarap din yung mga ganon mainit na ano. Pero may mga exceptions at depende rin sa talagang preference ng tao. Okay? So, sa paggawa ng sauce ay gumagamit tayo ng mga thickening agents, pero not all sauces are prepared with thickening agents, di ba? Meron din katulad nga ng suka natin.
Yes,
Walang
hindi
ano
naman
dyan, wala siyang
lalagdagan
thickening
ng-
agent, wala siyang thickener. So, meron din tayong mga thickeners na ito ginagamit natin ay syempre number one nga yung roux kanina, di ba, na as a thickener, pero meron din tayong gumagamit din tayo ng mga starch at sa mga flour at saka yung ibang mga potato starch at saka mga rice flour ginagamit din natin para pampalapot. Ayun, thickening agent. Pampalapot sa ating mga sauces na nilalagyan ng pampalapot talaga. Okay? So, yun ang ating mga thickening agents. Okay, ma'am? Marilyn?
Maalala ko yung rice flour, ma'am. Sa akin kasi actually yung rice flour ko, pag nag-ano ako ng hugas ng bigas, 'di ba? Inaano ko muna yung pinaghugasan ko sa and then bababa yung parang starch niya doon sa baba. Lalong-lalo nang ginagamit ko yun pag nagluluto ako ng pinakbet. Kaya yun yung pang thickening agent ko doon sa pinakbet. Kaya magandang ano yun kasi natural na ang dating nung pampalapot
aside from
ng
that,
ano.
di ba, mayroon tayong nutrients doon
Nakukuha sa ating
hugas-bigas.
rice bran. Okay, so yes, ma'am Lee, many sauces are formed from a stock and roux. So tingnan nga natin. A roux is the most commonly used thickening agent. It is also a cooked mixture of equal parts by way of fat and flour. Okay, roux is used to thicken sauces. There are ingredients in making roux. We have the fat and flour. May mga iba't ibang klase ng fat na pwede nating gamitin. Wag lang yung taba natin, no? First is the clarified butter. Using clarified butter result the finest sauces because of its flavor. Okay? We have also margarine. Bakit margarine? So, pwedeng i-substitute yung margarine. Kung wala tayong butter, magandang substitute ito. At of course, mas mura pa itong si margarine. Nalalagay mo lang siya nakikita dyan. We have also animal fat. We like the lard. Ano na yung Ilocano ng lard, ma'am?
Taba ng
pwede rin.
Siya ba yung
pork fat?
Puriko, siya ba yung puriko, ma'am? Yung white, kung makita niyo yung white na parang margarine, yun na yun yung animal fat or yung lard na sinasabi o yung puriko. Yung puriko. May puri. Ayan o, yan. Ayan o. Yan yung pinakaano na hindi siya nalulusaw. No? Vegetable oil and shortening oil. Hindi yung maliit to ha. Kasi shortening. How about the flour, ma'am, Dandit?
Yes, ma'am. Another ingredient to make a roux is flour. Starch content plays an important role in the thickening power of flour. Bread flour is used to thicken sauces in most commercial kitchens. Bread flour has less starch, and starch is the key ingredients for thickening sauces, gravies, and pie fillings. That is why the recipes are based on using bread flour, or kung wala, pwede tayong gumamit ng all-purpose flour, which has the same thickening power as bread flour. Yes, Ma'am Lee?
Okay, yes, Ma'am Dandit. Fat and flour are the main ingredients in making a roux. Okay, a roux, R-O-U-X. Roux is a French term. So, it must be cooked so that the sauce does not have a raw, starchy taste of flour. Kung minsan kasi pag gumawa tayo ng sauce, pag lumapot na, tama na. Pero hindi pa pala luto yung starch niya, kaya dapat ay medyo mahina ang apoy doon at lutuing mabuti yun, baka sumakit ang tiyan nung kakain, di ba? Then, roux can be white, blonde, or brown, depending in part on how long it is cooked. So, meron tayong white roux na tinatawag. So, pag naluto ng konti yung yung flour, ay mauna yung butter, and then konting flour, then pag tansya mo naluto na ng konti yon, at lalagyan ng milk, that is the white roux. na ang magagawa rito ay white sauce, ganon, or bechamel sauce. Pero pagka niluto mo pa ng mas matagal yung flour niya, eto na yung blonde roux. Then, habang mas matagal pa at nag-brown na yung flour niya, that is the brown roux. So, a roux is used in thickening the sauce. It is used as a thickener. Okay? Ma'am Maylene?
Yes, ma'am. Let's watch the video para makita natin kung paano mag-prepare ng roux.
A roux is made from equal parts butter or oil and flour, and used to thicken sauces and soups. Let's start with a light roux. Melt your butter over medium-low heat. Add your flour, and stir constantly with a wooden spoon in a figure 8 for even cooking. In 3 to 5 minutes, you'll have a light roux that should puff slightly. It should look like this. For perfect gravy, you want a brown roux, so cook a little longer. It will smell a little
Dapat ay hinahalo-halong mabuti yan para hindi masunog.
If you take it even further, 8 to 15 minutes or
Tsaka
longer, you'll get a
yung
dark
apoy niya,
roux.
ma'am, nasa
This is great for
low.
Cajun and Creole cooking.
Low. Parang yung nag-iinin ng kanin.
No matter what the color, let it cool slightly before adding a liquid, like stock or milk.
Stock.
Use a whisk to incorporate. And simmer to desired thickness. Mastering roux will add depth, color, and most importantly, flavor to your recipes.
Okay, tapos na.
Okay, so napanood natin mga anak about the methods in preparing roux. So kapag white roux ang nai-prepare, pwede mo siyang lutuin ng 3 to 5 minutes. Pero kapag blonde roux ang gusto mo, pwede siya sa 4 to 6 to 7 minutes. Pero kapag brown roux, ayan, mas matagal pa. We must cook the roux 8 to 15 minutes. And we have also the methods of preparing sauces. Kung gusto mo ng light, ng general sauce, ng thick sauce, and souffle sauce. Okay? So, do not forget mga anak, ang sa paggawa ng roux is equal part ng butter and flour. And of course, dito sa liquids natin, you can use also milk or stock or cream. Pare-parehas lang yan na 1 cup mga anak. Okay? Para sa ating activity, meron tayong activity rito. Ma'am Marilyn, a restaurant offers French fries with a variety of dipping sauces served in paper cones. Ayan yung mga paper cones natin, kasla-apa. Every paper cone can hold 8 tablespoons of sauce. If I have 3 paper cones of sauces, how many tablespoons of sauces can they hold? Okay? So, bawat paper cone, meron na pwede siyang maglagay o kaya mapuno siya hanggang 8 tablespoons siya. Ngayon, meron akong 3 paper cones. Okay? Na punong-puno ng tag 8 tablespoons of sauces. Ngayon, mga anak, how many tablespoons of sauces can they hold? Okay? Okay, habang hinihintay natin ang kasagutan ng ating mga learners natin ngayon, Ma'am Marilyn.
Yes, so habang inaantay namin yung mga sagot, ito naman yung ating dapat na alamin or i-practice yung tinatawag nating hygienic principles in making the sauces. Okay, first is make sure all equipment is perfectly clean. So, hindi lang po sa paggawa ng sauce tayo dapat maging perfectly clean. So, especially we are in cookery or majors, and dapat kinakailangan natin maging hygienic. Sanitation is very important to avoid contamination and food poisoning. Okay? Second, hold sauce no longer than than 1.5 hours. So, halimbawa, meron tayong ginawa at napansin mo na ay wala naman tayong alternative na pwedeng paglagyan like yung refrigerator wag mong hintayin na lalampas pa ng 1.5 hours yung ating sauce kasi pwedeng mapanis o magkaroon ng ibang amoy or lasa. So, pero kung meron naman tayong gagamitin, ma'am, so pwede siguro mag-extend yung 1.5 hour. But in room temperature, hindi pwedeng lalampas yan ng 1.5 hours. Or, maliban lang kung hindi, or sakto yung ginamit mong sauce. Okay, third, never mix an old batch of sauce with a new batch. So, wag mong paghalu-haluin yung nagawa mo ngayon. Halimbawa, nagdagdag ka kasi ang sa palagay mo, kulang yung sauce na nagawa mo para dun sa pasta or sa anumang niluto mo. Wag mong paghaluin yon, no? Okay. Unahin mong i-dispose yung nauna mong nagawa bago mo gamitin ulit yung kagagawa mo lang. And then fourth, never hold Hollandaise or any other acid products in aluminum. When you use aluminum cookware, it will give the roux a metallic taste or yung kaslal agat lati or lasang lati. Use stainless steel containers. They will keep the sauces from burning or tasting metallic. How about if we have a problem in making roux like lumpiness, wenno pagbuo-buo, wenno jagtutukil? Natierami din tayo, Ma'am Dandit.
Ma'am Dandit, may nagsumagot yata, Ma'am
Oo,
Dandit?
meron.
Wala siyang hashtag.
Meron ako nakita si Janmar Galande Januaria, 10 tanggilo sa pang TLE, 24 tablespoons. So, nakadalawa na yata ito. Sumunod din si Cristel, tama din yung kasagutan niya. And Althea. And yun.
Okay,
pero siyempre ang nauna. Pero ang nauna si
Sasabi ni Ma'am Marilyn, kaya kailangan gumawa lang tayo ng sauce na sakto para walang sayang, lalo na kapag wala tayong refrigerator. Okay. So una, yung lumpiness na sinasabi, yung nagbubukol-bukol o nagbubuo-buo yung ginawa mong sauce. Nagtutukil, kay Ilocano. Number 2, poor gloss, hindi siya makintab. Then, oil off. Then, next is incorrect consistency, mali yung pagsukat ng mga ingredients mo. Poor color, hindi pa siya gaanong luto. Roux, starch flavor, ganun din. Kaya amoy harina pa lang siya or amoy starch. Or yung lasa niya ay parang harina pa lang. And then bitterness, when the roux is over, brown na yan. Pero sa lahat ng problema, sabi nga may solusyon, kaya dapat exact amount dapat ng ingredients ang gamitin natin. Accurate measurement of ingredients. And 1:1. Ma'am Lee?
Okay, so here are the basic techniques in sauce making. O syempre, pag mga techniques sa paggawa ng mga sauces, meron tayong tinatawag na reduction kapag masyadong malabnaw siya o magbabawas ka ng water content. Straining, pagsala para ma-solve yung pagtutukil, deglazing, kapag ka nagprito ka halimbawa, para maging malasa pa yung pinagprituhan mo, pwede mong lagyan ng tubig na yon or sa stock yon para maging gawin mong sauce. And then enriching with butter and cream, you enhance the nutrient content by adding butter and cream, and then seasoning. Syempre yung mga ricado hindi nawawala, yung mga secret ingredients niya. Ma'am Mylene?
Yes, Ma'am Marilyn, mayroon din siyang sasabihin sa atin about storage of starch and sauces.
Okay, so yung mga learners natin, medyo nawalan tayo ng oras. Pero pwede ninyong ituloy sa ating mga TLE cookery teachers, okay? So
yes, para sa ating, please mga anak, do not forget to answer your reflections and as well as yung ating questions sa ating FB page. How to prepare a roux. Okay, and meron din tayong question dito, Mama Marilyn, assessment question natin. Follow up na lang natin yan
okay.
Sa ating mga GC. Why is it important to prepare sauces properly? And of course, para sa ating wrap-up, sauces are flavored, they can liquids and they can add flavor, excitement to our this. And meron tayong isang quote dito, helping others is the secret sauce to a happy life. Maraming salamat at see you next time. And of course, bukas magkakaroon din tayo ng usapang TLE about EPAS naman tayo mga anak. Grade A, about grade A. Okay, have a good time. Mag-enjoy tayo sa mga sauces natin na pinagsasasawan araw-araw. Okay, bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education. TLE, Learning Area, Automotive Servicing, Beauty Care, Electronics Product Assembly and Servicing, Cookery, Electrical Installation and Maintenance, Dressmaking, Computer System Servicing, mga leksyong pangkabuhayan, edukasyong, teknolohikal, mapapakinggan. Dito lang yan sa 106.3 Dance Radio, TLE, Learn and Earn. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR FM.